Hello Year 4, I hope you are well. Now today we are going to be looking at using emotive language when describing in poetry, because this week you have been looking at poems, you've been studying a couple of examples, you've been breaking down words into their syllables to help you with rhyming and studying rhyming couplets using the two different schemes of an ABAB poem and an AABB structure. Now today we're going to get you ready for the poems that you are going to be producing tomorrow. And your poems are either going to be describing or telling a story about one of the seasons. So today we are going to have a look at one in particular, and that is going to be winter. So what I want you to do to start you off with is to think about all the things that come to mind when you think of winter. And to give you a bit of a helping hand, I've written a few down for you now. And what I did with my words to describe winter was to think about the five senses. So what I would expect to see, hear, feel, smell and taste during a typical winter. So under sight, I would expect to see snow. I would expect to hear the crackling of fire. I would feel the cold of winter, I would smell the fresh pine from the trees, and I would taste some delicious hot chocolate. So use this table as a basis, and I want you to come up with as many words as you can to describe winter. Hopefully you have all come up with a range of words to describe winter which have used the five senses to help you. If you use the table, brilliant, as it is a great support. Now this is the first part of your activity today. The next step is to start thinking of some emotive language to describe one of those words. I've chosen the word snow as it's the first word that comes to my mind when I think of winter, and I've left some adjectives below to describe it. However, with emotive language, your words need to be powerful enough to get an emotional response from your reader, and the words that I've left below here don't really do that. Yes, soft's a great word to describe snow, but it doesn't really have much of an emotional impact on the reader. So we can use an online thesaurus to help us find some synonyms for words like peaceful. Because peaceful is a lovely adjective, but again, it's not that emotional. So as you can see, there are a whole range of much more powerful adjectives that we can use rather than the word peaceful. And what I've done with these words is add them to a list, so I've got a range of emotive words to use before the word snow. So in this case, rather than the word peaceful, I could use the word harmonious snow. Again, it's conveying more emotion. Instead of crisp, I could talk about unwilted snow. Rather than white snow, I could talk about immaculate snow. Again, it starts to become more emotive than previously. I've done the same with Robin, so start thinking of words or adjectives, to describe Robin, and then use your online thesaurus to find more emotive words instead. And once you have done that, your last step today is to head over to the website I've linked here, Poetry for Kids. You can type in the word that you want to rhyme. So I typed in snow, and I decided to sort by most common words first. If you want to use shorter words first, it will give you a much greater bank of words, but not all of them will be relevant. So as you can see here, when I type in snow, I've got a whole list of rhyming words that I can use, because that will come in handy for your poem tomorrow. So your task today is to describe one of the four seasons. If you want to use winter, then that's absolutely okay. And if you want more of a challenge, give one of the three remaining seasons a go. So to start with, you'll have to just come up with some words to describe them. Again, use the five senses to help. Then start describing some of those words using adjectives. Your next step will be to use a thesaurus to come up and find some synonyms that are more powerful than your original adjectives. And then look at your nouns, go on poetryforkids.com and find some rhyming words ready for tomorrow. Best of luck, Year 4.